we need to invite Jesus into our hearts. In the Gospel of today, we have the call of Levi, who is also known as Matthew. The tax collector's name in the Gospel of Luke and Mark is Levi, but in the Gospel of Matthew, the name of the tax collector is Matthew. It is generally agreed that they are two names of the same individual. My dear brothers and sisters, today I would like to reflect on Matthew's encounter with Jesus and its impact. During the time of Jesus, the tax collectors were well-hated people. Matthew was a tax collector, and since he was a tax collector, he was also hated by the people. The reason for being hated by the people was that the people at any time did not know how much tax they would have to pay, since the tax gatherers would extract from them as much as possible. The surplus that remained after the demands of the law had been met went into their pockets. Jesus' choice was amazing. Jesus wanted the man whom no one wanted. He offered his friendship to the man whom all others would have detested to call a friend. Here we may say that Jesus lacked the sense of choosing. Jesus looked at him not with the eyes of his body, but rather with the eyes of interior pity, says Saint Bede. And since he looked on him in pity and chose him as his friend, he said, "Follow me," which means imitate me, not by the movements of his feet, but rather by a change of life. Now Matthew had discovered something wonderful, a glorious peace and joy of heart and mind. He had found it in Jesus. In fact, in Jesus, he had found what was indeed a new life. And after being transformed, he did not forget his friends. His friends were none other than the tax collectors, sinners, the outcasts, and those who were rejected by the society. So he planned a banquet and invited his friends to experience the same joy and peace and forgiveness which he had found in Jesus. Dear friends, what lesson can we learn from Matthew today? First and foremost, we need to invite Jesus into our hearts and keep the door of our heart open, like Matthew, who not only prepared a banquet for the Lord, but more than that, he made a feast in the house of his soul by faith and love. And secondly, we need to share the experience of Jesus with others, especially those who do not know Christ, by living a good Christian life. Amen.